please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, as well as turn on your notifications so you won't miss when I upload a new video. With that said, let's get on with today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do that trendy fitted cap box, gift box, favor box, whatever we want to call it. I downloaded I purchased and downloaded the SVG from svgcuts.com, I believe it is, and I just imported it into my Silhouette Studio. And the first footage you'll see is of me sizing it up a little bit to make the box a bit bigger and just grouping the items into groups so that they can fit on the mats or whatever, so that I have to cut out less times than I would if I put them all individually. And yeah, you'll just see me doing that here. I'm grouping them all together, and then I'm going to get to cutting everything out. I'm referring back to the PDF just to make sure I have everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that cut out, and I will be back in the next clip after all the pieces are cut out and we can assemble the box. This is my Silhouette Cameo 4. I have only actually used it like 2 times, but before this I did have a Cameo 3 that I used like daily almost for my party items in my Etsy shop. But yeah, I only used this one a couple of times. I don't really like the mats, so I need to go ahead and order some new mats, some different mats. But yeah, overall it cut pretty well and it didn't take too long. Okay, so I have all my pieces cut out. I'm going to separate them into like pieces, and then we can get on to assembling it. Overall, this box was a pain in my butt. It was a template or a SVG. I guess that was the thought behind it was good, but I felt like certain parts of it could have been made a little better, and it would have been a little bit easier to put it together. I did struggle on one part of my box, which made my top not fit as perfectly as I would like, but overall it came together and it looked really nice. So right here I'm just gluing the 3 identical base pieces together, and that's just to make the base a little bit more sturdy and thick. So after you glue all those together, the next thing you do is take those side pieces here. You want to fold the tabs in and make sure that your fold is at the bottom, and you're going to glue each one of those together at the sides, always making sure that the perforated part is at the bottom. And you'll see me do that here. So now that I have all of the sides connected, I'm gonna turn it over and fold down those perforated tabs, and that is gonna be what glues that middle part to our box. And as you can see, I'm just sizing it to make sure I did everything right. I'm just gonna put some glue on the bottom, line it up with the back of the base, and everything else should line up after you have that part lined up. And then I'm gonna press the tabs down from the inside just to make sure the glue is hitting the surface of the base of the box as well. And that part was pretty easy. It wasn't as hard as it might have looked. It was pretty easy. And yeah, I was pretty proud right here. It looks really nice. The next part that I'm going to do is take one of the bases. I had cut out two. I'm going to use the black one just for some contrast. And that is the inside of the box, just for the base to cover up those tabs. And I just put some glue down, and I'm going to put that down inside. And then we are done with our base for now. The next part is the sides, which is going to make up the top of the cap. This was so tricky, and I feel like a part of the main part that made it a little bit more hard than it needed to be was the teeth looking pieces. I felt like if they would have done tabs like they did on the part that made the base, if they would have did tabs instead of the teeth, it would have made it a bit easier to get the seams to meet up. The very last piece was the one I messed up on, the one with the hole or the groove at the bottom. It was really hard to get it to line up and get the seams to match up and for it to curve enough for it to lay the correct way, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just went through and I glued all these together. You just basically put glue on the little teeth, and you put up over the side that doesn't have teeth of the next piece, and you just continue until you have all of the pieces put together. The part with the circle, the half circle cut out of the bottom, is the very last piece, and that is your back piece, and that's just to help you to be able to open the box a little bit easier. Here is the piece that I struggled with just a little bit. This is the very back piece, and you see that little half circle cut out at the bottom, which again is for you to be able to reach your finger under to open the box more easily. I really struggled on this last seam. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just was really hard to get it to line up correctly, and my box is not completely perfect because of it. So when I try again, I think I will do it a little bit differently, maybe change the template a little bit myself just to make it more to my liking. But overall, once I got them together, although not perfect, it still fit on top of the base just fine, and it still looked nice. You'll see in the end the pictures. The next step of this box is to glue the little small circular pieces onto the top of the box. And I had cut out 2 pieces because I wasn't sure which color I was going to use, but I decided to use the black for some contrast, and I just glued it right on top. And then I'm going to fit my top on my box to see how it lays. And like I said, it's not perfect because that back seam wasn't perfect. Like, I struggled really hard on that one, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my accent pieces on. I decided to cut this out in black. I had cut it out in red also, but I decided to use it in the black because I thought it would pop a little bit better on the box, and I do like the way it turned out looking. The little cuts that they added to the template is a nice touch because it does make it look like a real hat. Now for my box, this is for my husband from my kids. They're gonna fill it up with some things for him, and so I just cut out the word dad in Silhouette Studio as well, and we're just gonna stick that right onto the front of the box. The last thing that we are going to do is put on our gold stickers like we know the fitted hats have. I customized mine inside my software to say Happy Father's Day 2021. But yeah, here is the finished product. If you like this video, please do give it a like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and let me know what videos you'd like to see from me in the future.